read you from my new... You're done.
You don't want me to introduce it? You ready?
You can introduce it.
I'll introduce it.
This guy's gonna introduce it.
Thank you. Me. This is from my new book, Paper Towns. I think all you need to know is that Q is this nerd, like Hank said, and his two best friends are Ben and Radar. Ben believes that the surest path to a woman's heart is to call her a honey bunny, and Radar is a semi-professional editor of a website that's identical to Wikipedia in every way except that it's called Omnictionary. The last thing that I'll say is that a lot of people have asked me whether or not I called it Omnictionary because I was afraid that Wikipedia would sue me. No, that is ridiculous. No one in all of human history has less standing to sue anyone for anything than Wikipedia.
Hey, so I'm going to read my book. I was just having a conference, just sort of talking to myself, and I decided to skip certain words, so I covered this with myself kind of quickly in the corner, so I sort of need a 7-second delay at times. So I may just go whoop at times, and that will be certain deleted words. We walked over to Radar's locker and were standing there when he raced up just after the first bell. I decided after government that I would actually, literally, whoop, if I meant Alright, settle down, people. I would actually, literally, suck, whoop.
That's so much worse.
It meant that I could skip that class for the rest of the semester, he said, abridging his own remarks. You can learn a lot about government from whoop, whoop. I said, hey, speaking of reasons that you wish you had 4th period lunch, we would just dine with Angela. Ben smirked at Radar and said, yeah, she wants to know why she's never been over to your house. Radar exhaled a long breath as he spun the combination to open his locker. He breathed for so long, I thought he might pass out. Crap, he said finally. Are you embarrassed about something? I said, smiling. Shut up, he answered, poking his elbow into my gut. You live in a lovely home, I said. Seriously, bro? Added Ben, she's a nice girl. I don't see why you can't introduce her to your parents and show her Casa Radar. Radar threw his books into his locker and shut it. The din of conversation around us quieted a bit as he turned his eyes towards the heaven and shouted, it is not my fault that my parents own the world's largest collection of black Santas.
Hypotenuse.
What's hypotenuse? It's the longest length of a triangle. Your turn. Call it someone.
You in the red shirt. What's your middle name? Marie.
Your middle name is Maureen?
Marie, like Antoinette. Like...
Your name is Maureen Marie? That explains why you always sign FMJ. Can you answer a question while we do this, please?
Who would like to...
I'll remind you that I'm a professional, award-winning novelist. I wish to be taken seriously. Yes?
If you could only describe Paper Towns in one word, what would it be?
I wouldn't. I'm always interested in the question of, like, is the true identity of something the identity that it's given at birth or the identity that we choose? Which is why a lot of the characters in my books have nicknames, like the tension between those identities. But I don't feel that in my own life, so I don't name my cars usually. We did name our GPS system Ellen.
I've had 3, actually. The first one was named Madge. And he has a maximum cap on how much jokes can cost, and it exceeded the cap.
Yeah, I don't like to do a joke that costs more than about $8, and it turns out that fishing boats are like way more than $8. Paper Town started with, I guess, sort of the relationship between Margot and Q, but I guess probably more with Margot. I was really interested in the idea of this person who's just like radically misunderstood by everyone around her, and then the way that she's misunderstood is really alluring and interesting, and sort of she wants to be misunderstood that way, but she's aware of the tension between these two identities, and it sort of forces her out of her community in whatever way, literally or figuratively.
How does it feel to be in the hometown of the largest collection of black Santas?
Is it really? Oh my goodness. Really?
There's another really, this is also the, like, pretty much the hometown of zombies.
Yeah.
These are a few of my favorite things.
And you can play Tetris for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day, and you'll be a very happy and fulfilled person. And I have heard that Russian folk melody probably more than I have ever heard any other song in my life because of that video game. And so it was in my head one day, and I was thinking about Tetris and about that guy who is your enemy in Tetris, and how we never think about him. And I thought about him. And I started to hate him. Oh, there have been a lot of bad guys in a lot of good video games. Bowser and your opponent in Pong, the Pac-Man, Ghosts, and Donkey Kong. But one bad guy, he stands alone, he will never die. He sits there on his blocky throne, he'll be there till you die. Well, your fingers, they may move with blinding speed. There may be no game that you can't beat, but can't you see that no one can defeat the man who throws the Tetris piece? So higher, higher, no straight piece. I need more. Just give me a freaking straight piece. Part of our soul, everybody do it with me.
So fortunate to be a part of this community and to be a part of all the awesome stuff that we're doing together. And I hope that y'all remember that this is yours in some ways more than it's ours. You invented the term Nerdfighters. You made DFTBA what it is. You raised tens of thousands of dollars for microfinancing in the developing world through Kiva.org. You are the people who raise money for Bangladesh. We just sit around and repeat your jokes, baby.
Every good idea we have ever had
is yours. And we are very, very, very grateful to you, and we feel very fortunate to be a part of this, because for me at least it's been an extraordinarily positive thing in my life, because I don't have any other friends. I also hope that you'll take this opportunity. We've heard that it's good to make connections in this thing that's called real life. So I hope that you'll take this opportunity, since you're all in a room together, to maybe try to make some of those connections, as difficult and as awkward as I know that can be from having tried and failed to do it now for 31 years. The last thing that I want to say is how grateful I am as a writer, and I bet Maureen would say this too, because we have better readers than most people.
No, that's absolutely true.
I mean, we just both have...
A lot smarter than us.
Yeah, exactly. We have readers who are smarter than us, which means that we are always pushed to write better, which is a nice thing, and something that not everyone gets to have. So I'm very grateful to you all for that as well.
Now give me my Booker, go to hell, 'cause